Hey my loves, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Okay, so today I want to talk to you guys about how to get over a breakup. I know that breakups are so hard and they're so painful and they feel like the worst thing. Like, I honestly feel like heartbreak should be an illness. Like, you should be able to take time off work for heartbreak, because honestly, that pain, that sinking feeling you feel inside of your chest, it is a lot, and it can crush a lot of people, and some people don't recover from heartache. The breakup that you don't see coming is so painful, because that breakup, it just hits you from nowhere. It's like all of a sudden you're in this bubble, you're in your happy place, you're enjoying time with this person, you're going out, you're meeting family, you're doing things, you're building memories, and then all of a sudden it's like a ton of bricks just falls down on you to crush you, and it hits you from nowhere. And it could be that that person just decides that they don't want to do this no more and they break up with you. It could be because you've now found out that they're cheating on you. Maybe some girl has come to you woman to woman to be like, listen, da 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 da, and you're like, whoa, what's going on? You thought this guy was great, you thought this guy was amazing. Or maybe you see messages, maybe you find condoms, maybe you find something, you know, to prove that this person is cheating on you, and now all of a sudden your world has been turned upside down. Another thing could be that that person has ghosted you, that person just disappears, like Casper the Ghost, like poof, gone, and now you have to adjust. Now you have to deal with the fact that you loved this person, you gave this person your all, and you saw a future with this person, and now out of nowhere, you know, you could be happy, you could be in a great place, and out of nowhere your world just kind of turns upside down. The first thing that I want to tell you is that you need to allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to feel everything. I mean, one day you might wake up and you just want to cry. Allow yourself to cry. Cry as much as you need to. Let it all out. And then another day you might wake up and you might feel really happy. Be happy. Allow yourself to be happy. You know that each day is going to be different, but every single day just decide that you're going to put one foot in front of the other, and that you're going to do something for you in that day. Another thing that's really important whilst you're healing, whilst you're getting over this breakup, is to allow your friends and your family to support you. Allow your loved ones to be there for you, even if it's just you guys just sitting there and you crying, you telling them 101 times the same things, like you're just repeating the same things. It's almost like you sound like a broken record, but allow them to support you, allow them to be there for you, allow them to take you out the house, allow them to cheer you up. You know, even though your energy is going to be so low, your vibrations are going to be so low, your tribe, your people will love you through it, and they will support you. Allow them to support you, allow them to be there. You do not have to bear this breakup by yourself and go through it by yourself. I mean, if you don't have that tribe, if you don't have anyone, then maybe you do, and if you do, then I'm so sorry. I hope that this content helps you. One thing that really helps me through a lot of my breakups was listening to YouTube videos like this one, listening to podcast episodes, listening to my favorite music, jumping on my bed, dancing, going for walks, buying myself flowers, adorning myself, and just loving on myself. So if you don't have that support system, then definitely look to YouTube, look to podcasts. I want you guys to remember that you're allowed to feel sad, you're allowed to be emotional. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself and feel as if, you know, I deserve this, or this, what's happening to you is your fault. It's not your fault. It's not your fault at all. You know, that it's that person's loss, it's that person's misfortune. You know, they're gonna miss out, and one day they're gonna realize that they lost out on something really great. One thing that I did when I was going through my breakups was I looked at people around the same age as me, maybe a little bit older, who are now in amazing relationships, and they went through like public breakups, they went through public heartbreaks, and I look at them now and I'm like, wow, like they're so happy, you know. So use those people, use people around you as examples to know that right now it hurts, and right now the pain is horrible and it feels like the worst thing ever, but you know that you will move on, know that things does get better, and this will strengthen you. So the next time you go through a breakup, you'll be able to bounce back so quickly because you've been through it before. before. You've been there, done there. You know the key. You know what makes you feel good. You know what to do. When you're going through a breakup, one thing that I know, and I've been there as well, like everything I'm saying to you guys, I have been there, this has been my life, is that sometimes you allow fear to seep in, you allow fear to come in, and you feel as if, oh, you know what, maybe I should stay with this person. Like, dating is horrible. I hate dating, but it's the necessary process to find someone. And you've now found this person and you're just like, oh, I don't want to go back out in the dating market. I don't want to put myself out there. Like, maybe I can just tolerate. Maybe I can just stay in this. Maybe I can just settle. That's what you're doing. You're settling. You're settling for less than what you deserve. You're saying that you do not believe that you are worthy of love. You are not worthy of being treated like a goddess. You're not worthy of being, you know, just protected and not harmed and not hurt. You're not worthy of someone who's going to communicate with you. You're not worthy of that love that you know you can give to someone. So when you allow fear to creep in, which it will, it does, it really, really does, it creeps in, and that person as well might be trying, you know, they might come back, and now you're in a place where you're better, and now they've come back and they're saying all the right things and they're saying these great things, but then you have to remember what that person did to you. You have to remember how you felt through that breakup. You have to remember why you broke up in the first place, and ask yourself, is this a negotiable thing or this is a non-negotiable thing for you? What can you tolerate? What can you accept? Once you've gone through the emotions and once you've allowed yourself to feel, I would say find yourself a hobby. Go to the gym, start painting, start baking, you know, do something that's going to uplift you. Just find something that's going to distract you and keep you busy, and you never know, like this new hobby could become something that you're really great at, and this can become your career. So I would say just keep yourself busy, you know, just glow up, revenge body, go get that body of your dream, just work on yourself, just make sure you're pouring love into yourself, like do everything for you, become your best self, keep walking on that path of becoming the woman you want to be. When you're with someone who is not on the same emotional kind of maturity level as you, that person is pulling you down. They're pulling you into toxicity. They're pulling you away from your journey of leveling up, away from your journey of femininity. And they're pulling you back to a place where you might have been 5-6 years ago. You don't want that. You're on this path of becoming the woman of your dream. And do you want to stay with this person who's pulling you down? Do you want to settle and keep going, having these same arguments over and over again? Because what happens is that people just crank things up. You know, it's like they did this to you. Okay, I want to crank it up and see what more I can do to you. You really have to ask yourself some real questions, like, can you take this? Like, do you want this? Are you deserving of this? So like I said, just keep yourself busy. You have to keep yourself busy, and you're gonna have moments, maybe like a brief moment where you're sad or a brief moment where you're upset, but you have to remember that you control your mind doesn't control you. So you allow yourself to feel or to think certain things. As soon as you start thinking something, as soon as that person creep back in, you have to also ask yourself, am I missing that person because I miss the idea of that person? You know, say for instance you're someone who wants marriage and kids and the white picket fence, and now you've met this person and you place that person in that dream, in the idea of the life that you want. Do you miss the idea of that person, or do you miss the actual person? Because chances are you miss the idea of the person, you miss the idea of the man that he could be, you miss the idea of the family that you can have. And you have to remind yourself that just because that person is not in the picture no more, it does not mean that your ideal life, that dream life, the white picket fence, the husband, the kids, the dream house, it doesn't mean it's not possible. It just means that that person is not the person you're going to have that with. It just means that that person is not deserving or to be placed in that picture. That person is not deserving to be with you, to build that life with you. You need to go and find yourself someone who is deserving. And when I say find yourself someone, that person will actually come to you. When you focus on yourself, when you continue to level up, when you continue to become your best self, to work work on yourself, to heal yourself, to heal your inner child, that person will come. And you never know when that person will come. You just have to make sure you're putting yourself out there. Don't become a hermit and lock yourself in the house, because no one's going to find you in your house. Go out, you know, go to the gym, go to the spa, go out for drinks, go out to brunches, go out to events, go out to parties. You don't have to go all the time, but just believe that that person will cross paths with you at some point. When it's right, that person will cross paths with you. You could be at the airport waiting for your flight and you meet that person. You literally never know. So you have to just ask yourself, do I miss the idea of this person and the life that we were going to have, or do I actually miss the person? Because if that person was a narcissist, if that person was cheating on you, if that person was abusing you, if that person ghosted you, then chances are you're just missing the idea of the life that you wanted. You're not actually missing the person. That idea is still there. That reality, that dream life you want, is still there. Just take away that person. They don't need to be in that picture no more. If you've been following me for a while, you'll know that one of my favorite words is accountability. I love that word so much, because I feel as though a lot of people are not accountable for their behaviors and their actions. They're always so quick to point fingers and be like, this person did this and that person did this and this person wrong and that person wrong. And in this situation, of course it's not your fault someone cheated on you. Of course it's not your fault that you're going through this. But what can you learn from this? I think every situation, everything you go through in your life, you should always try to take away a lesson from it. So what can you learn? Maybe you acted really emotional, maybe you acted irrational, maybe something happened, you know, maybe when you initially found this underwear in his drawer, you flipped all the way out, and you're going to say, you know what, next time I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to stay calm and stay in my feminine and just handle the situation better. What are the little things you can learn from this breakup, and how can you better yourself? How can this make you a better woman so that you can stay in your feminine and just remain that soft goddess that you're trying to become? And like I said already, you have to put yourself out there. So once you've gone through this healing process, definitely put yourself out there. Put yourself out there and be proud of yourself. Understand that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, that you are so strong for being able to get through this, because it's so easy to get sucked into this pit of depression, to kind of think about the situation over and over again and blame yourself and what could I have done differently? What did I do wrong? Oh my gosh, okay, maybe I should be with that person. Okay, maybe I should apologize. Okay, maybe I could just forget about it. It's easy to fall into that pit of sadness and depression and feel unworthy, for fear to creep in. When you're at that point of sadness, fear starts to creep in, doubt starts to creep in, these spirits start to consume you, and you have to decide that no, I don't want these spirits to consume me, and you have to choose a different path. Okay, so I kind of want to talk to you guys about some don'ts, some things that I don't feel that you should do whilst you're going through this breakup, or whilst you're going through a breakup, because this can have a very negative impact on your growth, and also it just doesn't do any good. It does more harm than it does good. It's better that you just feel everything, go through everything, and take your time and just heal. So some of the things that I think that you shouldn't do when you're going through a breakup is, don't look for a rebound. Don't just, you know, feel straight away that, you know what, I'm just going to find someone to talk to, I'm going to go on a dating website, or I'm going to start going on dates straight away. Give yourself that time to heal. Give yourself that time to be sad and get over it, because all you're doing in that situation is you're trying to block it out. You're trying to block out your emotions. You're trying to, you know, create this false sense of happiness by talking to someone new so that you forget about the other person. I would definitely say don't do that. Another thing I'll say don't do is drugs and alcohol. Anything like that, stay away from it. Partying, you know, I'm not saying you can't go out partying, yes, but don't do it excessively. Don't be like every weekend or every day you're going out, every day you're drinking a bottle of wine, every day you're smoking or taking drugs to kind of suppress that pain, because that's all you're doing, is suppressing that pain. All you're doing is trying to forget about that pain by covering up with something else. But the problem is that at some point that pain is going to come rushing through, that pain is going to come back, and you're going to have to deal with it eventually. And also you're just damaging yourself. Some people never recover from that. You know, some people become alcoholics, some people have drug problems, some people become you know, you lose yourself because you're out there, you're partying, you're giving your body away. I would say, you know, your body is your temple. Don't go and just sleep around and, you know, have like your hoe phase. You know, allow yourself to heal, allow yourself to kind of just love yourself, love your temple, love your body, you know, nourish yourself, you know, cleanse your body, and wait until you're healed, and then find that person who's deserving of you, who's deserving of your body, and then you can give yourself to that person. But don't try to block out the pain with all these other things, because you're just doing yourself more harm than good. Another thing that you shouldn't do is don't romanticize, you know, that person. Oh, we was meant to have this dream life, and we was meant to have 3 kids and live in this big house, and he was gonna come home from work and I was gonna make him dinner, and I was gonna come home from work and he was gonna come home from work, and we wash dishes together. And don't do that. Like, take off those rose tinted glasses and see the situation for what it is. You know, look at the situation logically. This person did this, A equals B. You know, this person did this, and then you did this, B, which is to leave. You chose yourself. Don't romanticize. Don't start thinking, okay, maybe one day. No, just leave that person, let it go. Like I said, is it the idea of that person, or is it the idea of the life you could have that with that person that you're missing, or the reality? And chances are you're not missing the reality, because if the reality was so great, you would still be with that person. Like I said earlier, you have to learn to control your mind. You need to stop thinking about that person. Like, every time that person crosses your mind, change your thought, or start saying affirmations. I am worthy, I'm a goddess, I deserve greatness, I deserve the love I give, I'm becoming the woman of my dream. Start reconditioning your mind to stop thinking about that person. Something else that I feel like you shouldn't do, and this is something I've done before, is change your memories that you have with that person. Like, say for instance, you guys went Disneyland together and it was the most magical time of your life, you've never been before. You know, accept that for what it was. It was a great time. This person went to Disneyland with you, had an amazing time with them. Don't start villainizing that person and changing your memories into negative ones, because all you're doing is causing yourself to build resentment and anger for that person. And you're trying to heal, you're trying to, like, you know, elevate yourself and become the goddess that you are. So you don't want to hold on to hate, you don't want to change your memories. You want to be able to forgive that person one day. Whenever you're ready to forgive that person, you want to be able to forgive that person without holding on to hate or altering the memories that you have with that person. Just leave it, let it be, and just keep moving. Something else that you don't want to do is contact that person. Like, honestly, just delete or trace, delete all the pictures, delete all. That's just me personally. Delete the pictures, delete the memories, delete the Snapchat, delete the Instagram posts, the YouTube videos, anything, whatever it may be. Just completely delete it. Like, get rid of everything, get rid of their clothes, get rid of anything you have of theirs. Just cleanse yourself of that person and don't contact them. Like, leave that person, let them live their life. There are billions of people on this earth, and you are so deserving of the love you give. You are so deserving of being treated like the goddess that you are. You've done so much work on yourself. You have done so much work on yourself to become the woman you are today. Don't allow that person and their toxicity or their lack of emotional growth to pull you down to their level, because that is what is going to happen. You are now taking steps backwards instead of taking steps forward. And then just to kind of end this video, I think the last thing I would personally say is don't allow that person back into your life. At the end of the day, it's like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. How many times are you going to allow someone back in? Maybe this is the second, third, fourth time you've broken up with this person and they keep doing the same thing. The thing is, someone isn't going to change. At the end of the day, if their mother didn't raise them right, if their family didn't raise them to be a good man, that is a reflection of them. A person's behavior is a reflection of how they were raised, and that's not a reflection of you. And you can't allow that to affect you. You can't allow that to take you away from your journey, and you can't take that person back, because the thing is, if his mama didn't raise him right and if he isn't that man, chances are he probably is never going to be. This person is stuck in their toxicity, they're stuck in their narcissistic ways. they're stuck in whatever world they're stuck in. They're stuck in themselves, and you're not going to take them out. And the thing is, do you want to do that? Do you want to waste your time and energy trying to build someone? Like, it's not your responsibility to grow a man, to build a man, to make a man understand. And the thing is, one thing I've learned, let me just tell you one thing I've learned in this life is, no matter how much you scream or shout about the hurt that someone has caused you, they are not going to hear it until they have done their self-growth journey and their leveling up journey, where they look at things and they've read books and they have that emotional maturity. They're going to look back and think, wow, like, I really told some crazy lies to that person. Like, what? Kidnapping? What? Oh my gosh, like, the condom was my sister, but I don't have a sister. You know, all of this stuff, they're going to look back one day and be like, wow, you know what, that person was so great and I was so horrible to them. And that's when they will get it. No matter how much you scream, shout, or do anything to tell that person, they won't get it. I know right now that it hurts, and I know right now you feel like you can't go on and it's the worst thing you're going through. Trust me, I know, I get it. You're not the only one who's gone through a breakup. You have to be thankful that this breakup has happened now, and hopefully for some of you watching this, it hasn't been years. Maybe it's just been a few months, less than a year, or maybe it's just been a year and you haven't immersed yourself in that person's life all the way. So be thankful that you're now seeing that person's true color, and know that one day you're going to look back and be like, I'm so happy I didn't settle. I'm so happy that I chose me and I knew what I deserved. Because look at my life now, look at my house, look at my kids, look at my husband, look at my career. I'm doing great. And also look at me, like, I've continued to just level up, because now you're with someone who's on the same level as you, someone who's also accountable, someone who can communicate, someone who's also trying to be their best self and improve. And now you both can walk that journey together. Not that you're with someone who's childish and can't communicate and tell lies and cheats and abuses you and just treats you like nothing, but tells you that they love you and is pulling you down, making you take steps back in your journey. You do not want that. You need to have love around you, and you deserve the love that you give. If you're feeling as if you're down or you're sad, make sure you watch my level up video on how to level up, how to become that girl. I'll link it above if you need that. You know, that will kind of help you make a plan. Maybe you haven't made a plan. Maybe you need to look at that plan again and just reinforce the woman that you are. You need to, you know, remind yourself of who you are, girl. So make sure you check out that video. And on to my next video, I'll see you guys then. So take care. Bye.